Hello, Tigers, and welcome to Week 25, Activity 2. This week is a little wacky, crazy, but that's okay. It is probably Wednesday when you're finally getting to Activity 2, but that's okay. So, today is the first day we will do our routine to learn our high-frequency words. Because of that, you will need your Foundations notebook, your writing tool, your growth mindset. Remember, show what you know so we can use what you know to grow. You will also want to sit in the writing position when you are writing. Do you have your materials? So, as we get started on our high frequency words, let's talk about the words we're going to practice this week. You already know from yesterday's activity, the 3 Cheers For fun activity, you wrote a lot of contraction words, didn't you? And you had to say the word apostrophe. That's that little mark at the top, remember? So you already are familiar with what words we're going to have. So today's going to go a little quick, but I want to stop and talk about what a contraction is. So this is what we say about contractions. Contractions are 2 words that come together, but we call those compound words, right? 2 words that come together to make a new word. But contractions are kind of the same, but they're a little different. This is how they're different. So this is what we say. Repeat after me. A contraction is 2 words. Did you hold up your 2 hands for your words? 2 words that come together so fast, some letters pop out, and an apostrophe takes their place. Want to try that again? Say it with me. A contraction is 2 words that come together so fast that some letters pop out and an apostrophe takes their place. So let's look at that. So in this first example, we have the words do and not. If we have do, not, and we bring those words together so fast, they're going to kind of bump, right? And some letters are going to pop out. And where those letters are missing, that little symbol we call an apostrophe is going to take their place. So let's look at these 2 words. We have do and not. And when we contract it, we get don't. And do you see, if we put these words together, there's an O missing right here, right? And you see what took its place. So where the letters popped out, that little apostrophe kind of lets us know that we didn't spell the word wrong, we just contracted it, right? Let's look at another one. Let's look at this one. The words are it, is, and when I say contract it, I want you to tell me what the contraction is. For example, it is, contract it, it's. So what letter popped out? Do you see IT is the same? But there's this I is missing, isn't it? And this little apostrophe took its place, and the S is there. So it is, contracted, it's. This one, a lot of letters popped out. Do you notice that? I have, I've just come from the store. I have just come from the store. So those are called contractions. And I know you've heard about that before. You use these words all the time. But what we need to focus on now is where to use that apostrophe. So let's listen as we learn these high frequency words. We're going to use our routine to learn our week 25 high frequency words. Do you have your week 25 chapter set up? You should, because you already worked in it yesterday. Let's get started, shall we? Let's follow our routine to learn new words. See the word. The word is very. Say the word after me. Very. I am very happy to see you. Look at the word. Let's spell it out loud. V-E-R-Y. Very. Thank you for spelling it with me. Tell me the sound you hear in very. Remember? Go. V, air, E. Do you see how the air sound is spelled in this word? That's a heart word we had the first week of school. So, pick up your writing tool, blend to write very. Number 1. Very. Thank you. Do you see that apostrophe in this word? That means it's a contraction. So let's follow the steps we use to learn new words, even if it's a contraction. When it's the time for the apostrophe, we're going to say apostrophe. And when we're blending to write it, when we write couldn't, we think of the word it should be could not, and we remember where the the is missing, isn't it? So we can blend to write and blend to pop out those sounds also when we're thinking about what the word means. All right? So, see the word. Say the word after me. Couldn't. Spell the word. Let's spell it together. C-O-U-L-D-N apostrophe T. Couldn't. Say the word again. Couldn't. What 2 words are coming together to make this sound? To make this contraction, I'm sorry. Could and not. We've pushed them together so fast some letters are going to pop out, and the new word is couldn't. Pick up your writing tool. Number 2 is couldn't. You're still blending to write. Couldn't. Look at your word. I always put the apostrophe after I write it because I know what the word meant. This blur screen is cool, but it doesn't let me see my paper. Couldn't. Check your word against the screen. When you're ready, we will go on. The word is don't. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Don't. We don't have art or music today. Say the word again after me. Don't. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. D-O-N apostrophe T. The word don't is a contraction, a short way to write and say do not. Don't. The letter O stands for the sound oo, do, do, but in don't it changes that sound, doesn't it? I was seeing if you were paying attention. It's do not, but in don't, we don't have don't, we flexed it to don't. Did you ever notice that? So we're flexing this vowel sound from do in do to do in don't. Got it? All right. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write don't. We don't want to forget to say the sounds as we write the sounds. D. Don't. Where would that apostrophe be? What letters are missing in the not? I think that's your egg puzzle trick. Here we go. The word is I'll. It's not ill. It would be, but you see that apostrophe. That means it's 2 words that came together to make a new word. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. I'll. I'll come outside as soon as I finish my foundations. Say the word again after me. I'll. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. I apostrophe L-L. The word I'll is a contraction. You notice we made that I a capital letter, didn't we? I am important. I It's a name, isn't it? A person, a pronoun, right? I. And in aisle, what does it mean? What are the two words? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to tell me in a moment. For now, let's pick up our writing tool and blend to write aisle. Remember to make it a capital. I-O. I-O. I'll promise to blend to write my words. I'll. That'll make sure I'm a good speller. I'm trying to find a pencil that's sharpened. All right, let's move on. The word is should. Let's follow the steps. What are you noticing? What are you wondering? Is this word a contraction? No, that's not two words. That's just one word, isn't it? We could use this word in a contraction, but this isn't a contraction. We don't want to just have contractions because we want to know when a word's a contraction and when a word's not a contraction. And this word, indeed, is not a contraction. So let's look at this word. Repeat the word after me. Should. Say the word. Should. Good trouble poster, isn't it? Should, could, would. We think we should do the right thing. Say the word again after me. Should. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. S-H-O-U-L-D. Should. The letters S-H in this word stand for what sound? And the rest of them, we know that chunk is ud, right? Just like in our other words. So it happens a lot. It happens frequently. That's why it's a high frequency word. It happens a lot. Pick up your writing tool, and I want to hear the sounds in should as you blend to write should. Go ahead. It's number 5. Should. Remember, we're trying to write it without looking at the screen. We're making the sound and we're writing the sound as we say the sound. We're saying the sound as we write the sound. That's training our brain that even if we don't have that big screen up there in these words, we're going to be able to get through it, aren't we? All right. Check it against the screen before you go on. The word is your. Do you notice? What do you notice? What do you wonder? Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Your. Did you say it? Your. 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 Let me know when you're ready to go. Let me know when you're ready. Say the word again after me. Your. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. Say it with me. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. The word your is a contraction, a short way to say you are. In this word, the letters O-U stand for the sound oo, like in you, the heart word we already know. The apostrophe takes the place of the A in R. The letter E is silent, just like in the word are. Blend with me. Y. Your. Your. Kind of a hard word to blend, but if you think about what two words come together to make this word, you are your. And that apostrophe took the place of the A in R. So, go ahead and blend to write it. Begin. Check your word against the screen before you move on. Remember, at any time you need to, you're able to pause this, spotlight your errors, and move on with us. Look at the word on the screen. What do you notice? What do you wonder? This is number 7. This word is live. This word is also live. We are watching this video live. This is also how you spell live. In this practice, we're going to call this word live. Just know that to spell live, the regular spelling of L-I-V-E, those are regular sounds, right? Jasmine's favorite pattern, that I would be long. But in the word live, it is spelled like this, and we flex that I to an I sound, and the E is silent. Did you know that? It's the same word. We just read it live or we read it live. So let's spell this word, live. Say the word first, live. Spell the word out loud with me, L-I-V-E. Live. I live in a house. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write live. Remember that irregular spelling. Begin. Live. Live. Check your word against the screen. Do you notice what makes this a heart word? What irregular spelling this is for the I sound? Pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our next word is number 8. Let's move along, shall we? Look at this word. The word is that's. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. That's. That's what I saw. Say the word again after me. That's. What do you notice? What do you wonder? You see that apostrophe? Do you think it's two words that came together so fast, some letters popped out and that apostrophe took their place? If this word is that's, I wonder what the two words are that came together so fast, some letters popped out, and that apostrophe took their place. Do you see the first word that's there? It's there, isn't it? In that's. And we hear it, don't we? What is the first word? That. You are going to tell me what the second word is in that. For now, I want to pick up our writing tool and blend those sounds, at, s, that we hear in that's. Begin. Are you blending? I don't hear you. I would like to hear you, my dears. I hear your pencil scratching. That means some voice should come out. Thank you. Much better. That. And then I want to think, where is that letter popped out in this word? Because that's where I'm going to put that apostrophe. Check your word against the screen and see if you indeed did that. I write my apostrophe after I've written the word. Write your apostrophe after you've written the word. All right? So, what two words come together to make that contraction? That's what I saw. Think about what that means. The word is put. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. Put. We will put our toys away now. Say the word again after me. Put. Look at the letters in the word. Let's spell it out loud. P-U-T. The letter U stands for the sound P, in this word, doesn't it? And that's kind of irregular for that letter, isn't it? Now, what do we usually say for But it's not p-ut, it's p-ut. Say the word again. Put. Tell me the sounds you hear in put. P-ut. 3 sounds, 3 letters that Is an irregular spelling for that sound, isn't it? Because we usually have maybe 2 O's for that sound. Look at the word. Tell me the sounds again. T. And those are the 3 sounds I want to hear when you write those 3 words. Begin. Let me hear you. Put. Check your word against the screen. Put. Are you ready for the next word? This is number 10. The word is however. Let's follow the steps. Look at the word. Repeat the word after me. However. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Do you hear 2 words in however? This is what I want you to think. Did these 2 words come together so fast, some letters popped out and an apostrophe took their place? Goodness, no. Because I see how and I see ever. And I hear how and I hear ever in however. What do we call those words? We worked on them last week. Not contractions. Contractions come together fast. And some stuff happens and we get an apostrophe. But this is just 2 words that came together to make a new word. How, ever, however. Do you remember what we call these words? Yes! Compound words. So the first word is how. Next word is ever. We know both of those words, don't we? And now we know however. So pick up your writing tool. Begin to write the sound you hear in however. Begin. However. And remember, even though this is 2 words, and they're words by themselves, we write them together without a space in the middle, so we know it's a new word. And the new word is however. So today we worked with some high frequency words like very and should and live and put. We also worked with some contractions where there was 2 words that came together so fast, some letters popped out and an apostrophe took their place. And we also had a compound word. So we're going to show what we know so we can use what we know to grow, aren't we? We're bringing it all with us, my friends. And that is all for today. Remember, I would love to hear your evidence. You are going to take a very clear picture of just your journal. Just your journal. I want to see a clear picture. And you see my camera has a fuzzy, fancy fuzzy, I call it. And it doesn't show my paper. But I think that's okay because I don't want you to copy my paper. So I want to see a clear picture. Don't use the fancy fuzzy filter. And then push the microphone, not the video, the microphone, and read me these words. Shall we practice now? Here we go. From the top to the bottom. Let's read them together. Go. Very, couldn't, don't, I'll, should, your, live, that's, put, however. So if you were unable to read these after we just learned them, after we just practiced them, after we just read them together, maybe you can go and rewind and catch on to the words you didn't know. Or let me know in your video what you're not able to read, and we will indeed work on that during success time. Toodaloo, Tigers, you do know what to do.